3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Mark Allen Lovewell. I'm a folk singer from Martha's Vineyard, and right here with me is Molly Conole, also a folk singer.
Glad to be here.
And we're glad you could join us for Sunday at Sea tonight. We've got so much to share with you. We're so excited.
Much. And of course, we always tip our hat with the Ukrainian national anthem because our hearts are with a lot of people who are out there struggling, and we're here to bring a bit of joy.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for saying that, because I every once in a while say to myself, do people know why we're doing this? Well, it's awful out there in Europe, and we're sensitive of it, cognizant of it. You're aware of it as we are, and we thought almost a year ago that this was going to be a temporary, short-term measure of putting this on the program. But hey, it's still pretty awful out there.
Yeah.
And So anyhow, this is what we do. We have to pay tribute, but we got to get on with our lives as well and keep ourselves positive. And boy, we got a lot of positive this weekend.
Oh boy, do we have positive from this weekend. Lots of positive
You want to tell them what happened with you?
Well, we went to the Annual Catboat Association Meeting. And one thing I learned was that the Catboat Association is not just a local little group of around here New Englanders. They're from around the world. I mean, of course, the ones that tend to come to the meetings are closer than that, but they come from as far as the Chesapeake. And it's because people love these cool boats, the catboats. And I can understand why. They're awesome boats.
Yeah, the organization is 61 years old, and this was their 61st annual meeting, gathering, and we had over 200 people show up at a hotel in Groton, Connecticut. And if you tuned in on your Facebook this morning, you may have seen us live. We did a little broadcast right outside the hotel in front of a catboat.
In front of a catboat.
and it was we had such a great weekend connecting to so many wonderful friends. Many of those friends follow us closely on the show and care a lot about maritime music and history and story. And so we felt we were with a wonderful, wonderful group of people. And so
Absolutely. It was a great group. Oh, yeah.
do Jack's Catboat,
Oh, it's
which is an old traditional song that I tweaked to make it a little more catboated. Well, ships may come and ships may go as long as the seas will roll. Every sailor lad likewise his daddy loves that floating boat. Alas, ashore they do adore one that is plump and round. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down, singing, hey laddie, ho laddie, turn that capstan round. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. This song is over a century old.
That's so cool.
Well, let's see what's the next verse.
Oh, it's there somewhere.
When Jack's ashore, he makes his way to some old boarding house. He's welcome in with rum and gin, and he's fed that pork and souse.
Woo-hoo.
Well, he'll spend and spend and not offend until he's drunk on the floor.
Oh boy.
When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down, singing, hey laddie, ho laddie, turn that capstan round. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Well, I might take a trip on a clipper ship to China or Japan. In Asia, there are ladies fair who love their sailor man. When Jack's ashore, he makes his way to some old boarding house. He's in rum and gin, and he's fed that pork and souse. Singing, hey laddie, ho laddie, turn that capstan round and round. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. When Jack is old to roust about, when Jack's too old to roust about, let me look at this. When Jack is old and weather beat, too old to roust about, at some rum shop they'll let him in. At 8 bells he's turned out. Well, he'll cry and he'll cry into the skies until he's homeward bound. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down, singing, hey laddie, ho laddie, turn that capstan round and round. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Well, Jack is home. He's bought a boat, a catboat with a hole.
Uh-oh.
The boatyard crew, they love old Jack until they found out what he owed. Well, oh, with a rotting stem and a centerboard trunk leaking, the bow mast is cracked, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Today she's up on the marine railway, tomorrow she'll be hauled away.
There she goes.
Singing, hey laddie, ho laddie, turn that capstan round and round. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. So to all of you good mariners, wherever you may roam, when the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Last time, singing, hey laddie, ho laddie, turn that capstan round and round. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Oh my gosh.
That is a story that resonated with a few stories we heard Oh, and we got lots of good people here with us now. Oh boy, thank you guys for joining us.
So many. What's a catboat? Well, a catboat is a sailboat that has a one big sail, and you should Google it and look it up. It has history that goes back centuries, and these boats helped build America. They were the coastal boats that they fished, they carried cargo. They were even the first. They were the first charter fishing boats in southeastern Massachusetts. They were ubiquitous. They were so common in the waters from Maine to Long Island and beyond. They were great workboats because you know what a schooner looks like, and a schooner carried all the heavy stuff and went out commercial fishing and went out doing all that it did. But it was the catboats that helped tend to the work of these schooners. They're smaller. They could come inshore. And what is so really fun about being a catboater is because you're immersed in this history, immersed in the heritage of America and the heritage of these hardworking people. Now today these boats are pleasure boats, and there was a stretch in the 1950s when they almost were wiped out because there's always a faster sailboat on the water, and the technology advanced so much. Why would you have a catboat? Because all these sailboats are so much faster, and they're power boats too. So what is really remarkable about this particular boat is that people love these boats. They're great sailing boats. They're very beamy. The width of the boat is half the length. So when you look it up, you'll see this is a fat boat. And that makes it really comfortable, even in rough weather. Now, you don't take these things out into the open ocean, though they did in the days of the 20s and 30s and 40s and beyond when they were sword fishing south of Martha's Vineyard. They would use them. But so you have this amazing story that connects the boats, and the people today who love them carry that history, carry that heritage, and I really feel a sense of purpose. I don't deny the fact that anybody who has a different kind of a sailboat can have their own agenda and their own feelings about. But I'm proud to say that I think catboats, we're quite a special group.
I gotta say that too, having just met these people and their boats and heard the stories about the boats. In fact, it kind of relates to the song that we just sang, which is like, yeah, people might sink a lot of money into repairing some of these boats, but they're worth it. They're beautiful works of art. There's something really special about them, and they are, like you said, they're comfortable to ride in. You don't feel, oh, we're gonna tip. They're
they don't tip.
They
don't tip unless they're being captained incorrectly. I mean, the catboat is managed. You have a wide boat, and so you don't tip too much, and that's unusually different from most fast sailboats. It's not a fast boat. It's the most I go on that thing, and we went 5 knots, and there are so many boats that go faster, 5-6 knots, and you choose when you're going to go out sailing. You don't go out on a lousy day, and. So anyhow, it was really exciting. This event took place down in Groton, and this was the first time that Molly was there. And yesterday was a really very special day, not only for her attending the Catboat Association annual meeting for the first time, but yesterday was also her birthday.
And yes, he did have everybody there present sing to me. 125, 150 people. Yeah. It was quite a chorus.
We had part of the luncheon, and what I did, I stood up and I announced to everybody that I needed their help to help me celebrate Molly's birthday, and I had close to 200 people singing Molly happy birthday.
And then all the rest of the weekend, wherever I went, in the elevator, in the hallways, in the dining area, and happy birthday! It was very, very sweet.
So, in recognition of Molly's birthday yesterday, I must alert you to the fact that I've been put on notice by some of the followers of this show, privately sending me saying, Mark, make sure you sing Molly a happy birthday song. Now I'm going to do it, and you're going to help me. Now I will say this: I gave her a heads up today, and we're doing this tonight because
This one's not a surprise.
recognizing that we're a live show. I didn't want to make. Anyway, I didn't make it. Anyway, the good news is she already knew I'm going to do it. So please help me out. Happy birthday to you. Please sing along. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Molly. Happy birthday to you. One more time. Happy birthday to you. You don't have to sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Molly. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, everybody. Seriously.
I had to do that.
Seriously.
It's not like I had
you.
much of a choice in the matter. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
But it was fun, and everyone was really into it, and they loved Molly. They enjoyed Molly's presence, and some of them already were aware of her programs that we do together. Some of them aware of her
Yeah.
songs. She's
Yeah.
Molly, as you all know, and you tell me, you're already feeding me. Molly's a very special lady, and we gotta treat her right. We gotta treat her right. So
Well, because of what we do on these shows, it was lovely to meet people who I see their names come across in the comments. When I'm looking at my phone here and I'm seeing people write comments, I'm like, oh, I get to meet them too. Some of them that I didn't know. And that was really great. And, thank you guys for
it's
being
good
here.
to put a face to
Wonderful.
a person's name if you're doing a programming like
Yeah.
what we do. And what was also remarkable is that we had intended to go to last year's annual meeting, but there was a blizzard
Yeah.
that prevented it. And the year before, we didn't go because it was COVID. And the year before that, anyway, it's so good to be at this side of COVID, this side of lousy weather, and be able to go and do things in great weather. And the weekend,
And it
as
was
many of
worth
you already
waiting
know,
for.
is really, really good.
And can I just add that for my birthday, because it was my birthday, I don't know, I must have been extra lucky or something, but they had all these like giveaways and these wonderful businesses and catboat, makers
Raffle.
of goods and stuff of
raffle.
raffles. I won 2 things.
She won twice.
I never
There's
win
not enough
anything.
she won once.
I won 2. Wait,
It's
I gotta
not
show
like
you.
she paid anybody or anything. It was like,
But the funny thing was,
look at this.
The first, like I got a whole bag of my booty,
Yeah, hold it up
my
closer, I think.
birthday booty, right?
Look
So
at this.
I'll show
Let
you.
them know. I want to say before
Yeah,
you
this-
talk about what's
oh, yeah.
inside. This is from the Cape Cod Maritime Museum.
I got a tote bag.
And look at this. Look at their logo. What is that? It's a catboat. And they're in Hyannis. And they have a catboat called Sarah. And we're going to
We're
sing
gonna
the
hear
song
more about her.
Fishing Sarah later. But anyhow, go ahead now.
Yeah. So this was the first thing I won. Look at it's called the Catboat Association official hat. And just before they drew my number for that one, I was like, oh, I really want to win that one. And then I won it. I couldn't believe it. So that made me official. So I have that hat now. And this I didn't win, but I was really happy to go get it from the Marshall Catboat makers
Yeah.
who make it. It's a little t-shirt that has Marshall Catboat, and look at this great picture on the back with the catboats on it. So with my hat and my shirt, I'm all decked out. You're gonna know I'm a catboater now. Then I also got, when I won the stuff from the Maritime Museum, I won a raffle. I got this thing in my phone. You won the raffle! And I couldn't believe it. So I got the tote bag, and I got this. It's all wrapped up in this beautiful box here. And it is a commemorative plate that has this beautiful artwork of this giant boat on it. Look at, with all these different sails and masts and thingies. It's a series called The Golden Age of the Clipper Ships. And this one says, The Golden Eagle Conquers the Wind. Isn't that cool?
That's fun.
Sounds pretty. That's like, Wow, I felt very lucky. But there were all these really cool things that
Please comment.
there were
folks.
lots
Please
of
say something.
booths of beautiful things that they had there, and it was really fun. Really fun to be there. And next time I'll show you about this book that I got from the nice ladies at the Maritime Museum here in Hyannis. And this is a book called The Whaling Art Journal of Abigail M. Case, and I'll tell you more about it, but it's got beautiful pictures in it, and I'll tell you more about that next time, because I haven't even had a chance to read it yet, but boy, wasn't I lucky?
Is this a good time to segue into making a toast?
Oh, that's a great idea.
To all our sailor friends?
Good idea. Oh, yeah.
To you?
To you.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Cheers. Cheers and beers and ginger beers.
Let me tune this thing. I want to make sure we're on
That's a
tune.
good idea.
Because the next song we're going to do is important. Not that the other one wasn't, but...
Aw. So nice to see everybody here with us tonight. We got Carol and Connie and Caroline and Jen and John and Mo's here and
Oh.
Don and Eric and Mary Crane and Bert Fisher's here. We got
we got Bert
friends.
Fisher. This is
we got
important.
friends. We got Brad here. Thank you guys.
Thanks
I'm
for
sure
coming
we got
by.
other friends. We
Thank you for
even
helping
see
Molly celebrate her birthday on another
you.
day on today.
Thank you. Are we gonna go do another song? I think we're going back here to another thing.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go here too.
Sea talk.
There we go. We'll speak about catboats.
All right, this is fun. You can find this. You can find this. Google Sea Talk. SEA. Next word talk.
That's
TALK.
And it is about catboat stuff. And I learned even more words this weekend from the Peterson brothers. They were awesome. They taught a little workshop called...
Wait, let's talk about. So the song. Let me just interrupt
Oh,
this
okay.
lovely artist who wrote this song. This is a song that takes the words, the nautical words that you and I don't know what they mean. Or mostly you don't know what they mean. I know a few of them. And makes a song out of it. And just visualize in your own head, you're trying to learn how to learn a song. Learn the nautical words that go with sailing.
that fly by you 1,000,000 miles an hour. That's what this is. Here we go. Oh, I gotta get a fiddle for this one. I'm almost forgetting. Good warm up.
One of the things about our driving back here is we're a little spacey right now. Because we've been on the road.
I'm tired. That's okay. We're reviving.
Everybody knows she's wearing the Catboat Association hat.
As a newbie aboard a catboat, see, I heard these words a-flying round me. This talk so full of salt and spice. Some sounded rough, some legal, some nice. These words I vowed to study and learn, in case someday it would be my turn as first mate to help the captain shout maybe, look out, as we come about.
This landlubber was a sea talk flubber, now a salty fluffer and lover of the sea. This landlubber was a sea talk flubber, now a salty fluffer and lover of the
hiding the sail. Taking on water, that's when you bail. Centerboard drunk and the gooseneck slides. Time to raise sail, better watch the tides. Take the wheel, take the helm, grab the tiller and pin. With the rudder in hand, you can head it to the wind. Set up the halyard, tow the line, clear the sheets. Downhaul and outhaul and tie 'em to the cleat. I got it.
This landlubber
was sea talk flubber. Now salty luffer and lover of the sea.
This landlubber
was a sea talk flubber.
now
salty luffer and lover of the sea. Oh yeah, boy, here we go. Leeward, windward, a cussword too. We'll fall to the gunnels on the ocean blue. With a heave and a hoist, we'll tie her off well. We'll tie her on too as we ride that swell. Dinghy, kringle, boom, and gaff. Some of these words, you just gotta laugh. Starboard, port side, and anchors away. A jibing and a tacking and a shot.
Hooray!
This landlubber was a sea talk flubber. Now salty luffer and lover of the sea. This landlubber was a sea talk flubber. Now salty luffer and lover of the sea. This landlubber was a sea talk flubber. Now salty luffer and lover of the sea. This landlubber was a sea talk flubber. Now salty luffer and lover of the sea. And lover of the sea. And lover of the sea.
Well done. Thank you.
Well, the trouble is that since I learned even more words this weekend from the Peterson
Oh my gosh.
brothers, I'm going to have to write about 40 more verses.
That's
with
right.
all
It'll be
the
a
lingo.
symphony. Molly's 6th, 9th Sea Talk Symphony. What do you think? Please comment. We want to hear feedback from you. Any proposed ideas that Molly comes up with. Oh my God.
Oh, Toby's here with us too. Oh, we got more. We got more friends.
We
That's
got friends up in
wonderful.
Canada visiting with us today.
Awesome.
Please join in. Tell us where you're from. You're not required to, but it's always good to see you.
That's right.
Well, there are a couple of reasons why I like to do this song. We just showed you the picture of the catboat called Sarah. The Cape Cod Maritime
There she is.
Museum has a catboat called Sarah.
And they restored her, right?
No, she's actually new. I mean, she was built following the plans of Crosby, and so she's a healthy, good-looking boat. And,
Right.
I can't tell you how old she is, but you can certainly Google her. Catboat Sarah, out of Hyannis, and people who are supporters of the museum they'll take some of them out for a sail, which is really beautiful.
That's nice.
And through the years, I've known the captains of Sarah. But anyhow, so this song I'm going to sing for you right now is called "Fishing Boat Sarah," and I wrote it. It's a creative song that I wrote as a way to pay tribute to the commercial fishermen. And we all know they're having a hard time. but most especially the family fishermen. That is, when I'm thinking, all fishermen are family members, but I'm thinking of the fisherman who owns his own boat, and he takes members of his family out to work with him in harvesting the fish. They're more special than the I don't think I'm shocking anybody, than the fisherman that works on somebody else's boat and works as crew. It is as if we were sort of the landlubber version. The landlubber version of it is the farmer who tills his own land, and tills his own land that his father tilled. In other words, property, farms that go back generations. And they're incredibly rare. They're unusually rare. The farmer that has family, his grandfather or his grandson or whatever, works the soil. And so we know about that. That's pretty obvious. I don't have to explain to you how important they are in our community, in our cultural community, and the farming community. And we on Martha's Vineyard, we have a few. We have a couple. There's multiple generations, farmers. But the hardest, the more difficult, challenging are the fishermen who fish their own boat, and in a very difficult time right now. It's a really difficult time. So I wrote this song, oh my God, 5 years ago? Oh, gee.
Wow.
I'm getting old. As a tribute to those, and there are quite a few families that I've known through the years, covering the waterfront, being on the waterfront, and many of them are no longer, A few are still hanging in there. So we have to pay attention to them. There's no placard on the wall that says this is the history of our community, that says these are the families that help build our community. There's nowhere you can go on Martha's Vineyard to pay tribute to those people. And I know in your town, some of the coastal towns around the East Coast and West Coast, they're better at sharing that story about family fishermen. But anyhow, there's not much I can do about it, but I could write a song, and this song is Fishing Boat Sarah. Sailing out to the sea, carrying a net full of our hopes and the dreams of a family. She is a fishing boat, she is ours, home away from home. Rising, rolling, and rocking, Sarah, carry us home. Soul Passage, at dawn we're bound far away, leaving the town, the bright lights and the sounds of the day, leaving breakfast on the table, leaving our neighbors and friends behind. We're heading east to the fish, Sarah, carry us home. Measure of what we do is not the fish in the hole. Biggest payback isn't when the fish are sold. We got memories of Grandpa, a Highliner back in his day. We're carrying his story, Sarah, carry us home. Carry deck, the wake swirls behind. It may tell you something about who we are and the sparkle in our eyes. Doesn't hold a coin to the women we left at the dock. The garden in the backyard, the clothes hanging on the line. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. Hauling in that net, our friends by our side. By our side. We're out on George's, watching the whales swim by. Plenty of room for all of us when the fish finally arrive. I don't know what you're talking about. This small boat belongs out here. We're doing all right. Sarah, carry us home. Carry us home. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. Hauling in that net, our friends by our side. Pilot house window is frosty, the radar turns round and round. Coffee's burnt and it's too hot, the autopilot is down. The net is coming back loaded, there's seagulls drifting nearby. We're down our fishing, Sarah, carry us home. Carry us home. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. Hauling in that net, our friends by our side. All right, well, this is the most important verse in this song. The wishes that we carry makes being out here so great. That our loved ones are cared for and their dreams they are met. We all want good weather, we want a lot of fish out here. We're turning to the west, Sarah, carry us home. Carry us home. Riding on the our daughters, our grandsons and granddaughters
Yeah.
by our side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. Thank you for staying with us.
Yay.
We're still up. Oh my God, we still running now? Oh my God,
Yes,
that's
we're
good.
running. Some people have found us back again. So,
Oh, good.
thank you so much, everybody. Friends by our side, indeed. Thanks for hanging
my
in there
gosh.
and seeking us out for the end of the show. We're appreciative of that. And
We're
sorry
appreciative
for
of that.
The gremlins. You know, you
Yeah,
just never
gremlins.
know where they're going to come from.
We don't know when and where. And they've obviously took over the house while we were away this weekend. They reinserted themselves.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
They did.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. But that's okay. We're going to keep going because that's what we do. We're going to have a good time. Ooh, let's make this one a little sideways. Well, I don't mean to turn it off. Let's get it back
Thank
on
you for
here.
your patience, everyone. I sometimes have a clue as to what's happening in the digital world, and sometimes I don't. And I don't know what happened. But I think I knew. Well, I restarted the computer, restarted everything. I got messages my USB line was down, and so anyway,
Replugged.
I replugged it in a different way, and boy. Anyway, the good news is you're here with us right now. All right.
We're going to do a fun. Off she goes.
We're going to do it kind of slowly.
We're doing slower. 2, ready, go.
Wow, was that worth waiting for?
That was fun for us,
Wow,
that's for sure.
that impressed me. That was terrific.
That's a fun one. Off she goes.
Off she goes. Isn't that a great tune?
Off she goes. That's right. Well, we got another shout out we got to do.
We sure do.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Aside from all of the wonderful folks we saw in person this weekend, right?
Oh yeah.
There were a lot of wonderful folks we saw in person, but we also had a person working with us and on our behalf from far away that was doing a whole lot of stuff, and that's Brad, right? We got
Oh,
to
my
shout out to
God.
Brad. There we go.
Take that away. Oh, you're going to do it that way?
Oh, we don't even have to put it
Really?
on there. Brad, right? We got an update from Brad, right?
Oh my God, he's been awesome. He's been just absolutely terrific. So let me tell if you're not following us that carefully, these programs that we're putting together are being made into podcasts. They're made and oftentimes improved and repaired. We'll also repair tonight's program.
Yeah, he's going to be able to mesh it all and put it back together again because he's a wizard. Thank you, Brad, for being a wizard. And in the course of that, he's making a whole archive. So I think the link that we still have on our websites is still the same link, but he's got a new website, right, called... What is it called? Fisher Poetry Archive Project. It's a new Facebook page, the Fisher Poetry Archive Project. And it's not just going to be our stuff, right? It's
others as well.
A whole bunch of other Fisher poets.
As many of you know, I've been doing these programs and songs going back years. And for the last, I can't remember how many years, 7 years now or whatever, I've been performing on the West Coast for the Fisher Poets Gathering, which is an amazing event in itself. I'm joining together with other poets. They're all commercial fishermen, most of them, who write poetry. And as we all know, we're very sympathetic to the role that fishermen play in our communities because they drive the economy of our communities. Well, it's been hard because of all of the changes going on. But what is the Fisher Poets Gathering, which is years and years and years, I forget how many year anniversary, but it's over 20 years they've been doing this, 25, I think. Anyway, and I've been performing for the last 5 or 6 years. Brad, who we mentioned his name earlier just now, has been recording all these artists, recording all of these storytellers, recording all of these poets.
That's a gift.
And singers, and putting it together in a way so that it's for all time, for the future. If you could look these things up. And
join his page.
He's been pulling out, into the amusement of us both, pulling out my past performances.
So fun to see. Yeah, so fun to see. So if you want to see some of these things, he's going to be posting a whole bunch of content from years past on the Fisher Poetry Archive Project page. So join that page.
And I'm updating my website too, and to make references to them. But I mean, you can do a search, a YouTube search for my name to come up with these things. But the good news is this: that we're going to try Brad's making it easier. It's making it easier for the organization, the Fisher Poets Gathering, which is an amazing nonprofit organization. FisherPoets.org. You can look them up. But, maritime history, maritime stories, and the stories of our poets and our friends don't exist unless somebody records them, unless somebody shares them. You don't know them unless somebody presents them to you or you have a way to find them. And God bless the people who are doing this, because going into the grocery store and looking for fresh fish, you may get fresh fish, but you're not going to know who caught it, where it was caught. You're not going to know anything about it. And so it's essential that we as communities across the coast pay attention to our fishermen and celebrate who they are.
And the Fisher Poets Gathering celebrates their creativity of who they are too, which is just another wonderful aspect.
And Molly's going with me the end of this month. We're going to go out there and perform.
It's going to be so fun. Really fun.
And they'll love her. They loved you at the Catboat Association gathering this weekend.
What fun.
Wait till they meet you.
These are lovable people. They're just lovable. I loved them.
The Fisher Poets, they're, wherever you get your fish, it comes from somebody catching it. The West Coast, the Bering Sea, to the Gulf of Maine.
That's right.
Gulf of Mexico and beyond. If you're thinking of United States fishermen,
somebody's had to go on a journey to get it. And
leave their families at home,
That's right.
so they go off on there. So,
and then they're happy to be heading home. Was
we
that
want to
a
also
segue?
thank tonight our Patreon supporters. These are the people behind the scenes who support our programs financially, and also with letters of emails and letters of support. If you've ever thought of supporting us, this is a wonderful means, a wonderful way to do that, and we're most grateful to those who have, because we couldn't be here without them. We couldn't.
Thank you. We couldn't be here without you too. So thanks for sticking with
All
us.
hands, command the capstan. See the cable running clear. Heave away, and with the real boys, o'er the women, we do steer, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home, across the sea, rolling home, the dear New England, rolling home, dear God to thee, fare thee well, you Spanish maiden. It is time to bid adieu. Happy time we've spent together. Happy times we've spent with you. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home, the dear New England, rolling home, dear God to thee. What's the next verse?
We're going around Cape Horn.
Round Cape Horn, one frosty morning, and the sails are full of snow. Tighten those sheets and pull in those halyards. Let her up and let her go. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home, dear New England, rolling home, dear God to thee. All right, one more verse. Thank you so much for joining with us twice tonight. Or for many of you, when we edit this, it'll be once. Many thousand miles behind us, many thousand miles to go. The ocean lifts her waves to bring us to that well remembered shore. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, we're home.
Rolling home, Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. We're glad you came.
Oh, thank you for all of you for joining us.